Well, this is a really physical matchup between Hall and Mark.
You think WNBA games can't get spicier? Think again. Because Sophie Cunningham just delivered one of the funniest, most savage clapbacks we've seen all season. And her target? Jacy Sheldon, the league's unofficial queen of the eye poke. This wasn't just basketball. This was theater. This was revenge. And this was the internet's next favorite meme, all rolled into one. If you thought the WNBA couldn't serve up more drama, buckle up. Because what just happened between Sophie Cunningham and Jacy Sheldon was equal parts basketball, stand-up comedy, and a masterclass in petty revenge. We're talking about an in-game moment that had fans howling, the bench losing it, and social media melting down in real time. Jacy Sheldon, already known for her, let's call them active hands on defense, tried one of her signature up-close and personal moves. But Sophie Cunningham? She wasn't having it. Instead of letting it slide, she hit back with a response so perfectly timed that it instantly became a meme. So what exactly happened? How did Sophie flip Jacy's own tactic into one of the funniest clapbacks in WNBA history? Let's break it down. The build-up. Let's rewind. Second quarter. The game's tight. Defense is fierce. Tempers are simmering. Jacy Sheldon is glued to Sophie like static cling. Hands flying, body pressing, giving her no breathing room. Then, the moment. Sophie drives, Jacy's hand comes up, and boom. Dangerously close to Sophie's eye. Whether it was accidental or just sloppy defense, it was enough to make Sophie take note. And if you know Sophie Cunningham, you know she's not the type to let something slide. Second quarter. Tight game. The defense? Physical. The energy? Tense. Jacy Sheldon had been tailing Sophie all night like a shadow with elbows. Then came the moment. Sophie drives toward the hoop, and Jacy's hand comes flying way too close to her eye. Intentional or not, contact was there.
Former member of the Fever, former star at Howard. Then Mitchell throws it away and picks. Cunningham a deep three.
Now, if you know Sophie Cunningham, you know this. She's competitive, she's fiery, and if you poke the bear, or in this case, nearly poke the eye, she's gonna respond. The payback. Next possession. Sophie gets the ball. It's her and Jacy one-on-one. But instead of rushing to the hoop, Sophie pauses, locks eyes, and the performance begins. Sophie exaggerating Jacy's movements, arms flailing, pretending to shield her face. She's mocking the eye poke in real time, making her teammates laugh so hard they're nearly falling off the bench. The crowd's in stitches. Next possession. Sophie gets the ball again, and look who's guarding her. Jacy. Instead of charging straight to the rim, Sophie pauses. She locks eyes with Jacy, and then it begins. Exaggerated arm flailing, over-the-top head movements, a big, sarcastic watch those hands gesture. The bench, absolutely losing it. The crowd, roaring with laughter. And then the exclamation point. Sophie sinks a jumper right over Jacy, turns around, and gives the now iconic "I shield" celebration, covering her face like she's bracing for another poke. The arena went wild. And then the dagger. Sophie drains a jumper right over Jacy, spins, and does the now famous "I shield" celebration. Game, set, meme. The crowd erupts. The place went nuts. No shoving, no trash talk, just pure comedy. She flipped what could have been a tense moment into a total showstopper. In seconds, it went from basketball game to comedy special. The broadcast team kept replaying it. Fans were pointing at the big screen, and the internet, well, it had found its next viral clip. The best part? She didn't get angry. She didn't shove. She turned it into pure comedy. Fans in the stands were doubled over, pointing at the replay on the Jumbotron. The announcers couldn't stop chuckling. And within seconds, Twitter, or should I say X, was filled with captions like Cunningham 1, Eye Poke 0, and Petty Level, Hall of Fame.
Right. Looking for some help. Pedals through traffic. A 7-0 Indiana run. One to shoot. Cunningham.
The mind game. Here's what's genius. Sophie didn't just make a joke. she made a point. Instead of letting the eye poke moment define her, she owned it. She put Jacy on the defensive, not just physically, but mentally. From that moment on, Sheldon's aggression toned down. A little hesitation here, a step back there. Sophie had planted the seed. And in high-level sports, confidence is everything. Here's why it worked. Sophie didn't just make people laugh. She got in Jacy's head. By making it a joke, she took control of the situation. Suddenly, it wasn't about Jacy's aggressive defense. It was about Sophie clowning her in front of thousands. And from that point on, Jacy's defense had just a touch more hesitation. Exactly what Sophie wanted. Social media explodes. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. Twitter captions like, Sophie, 1, eye pokes, 0, and TikToks with dramatic music edits flooded the feed. Memes of Sophie in sunglasses, safety first signs, and slowed down, eye shield replays. When the internet decides you've just delivered the play of the day, you're not just winning on the court, you're winning the culture game. An hour after the final buzzer, the eye shield clip was everywhere. Fan pages were replaying it in slow motion. TikTok edits had dramatic music and captions like, safety first. Memes showed Sophie in sunglasses with eye protection activated, stamped across the bottom. It was internet chaos, the good kind. Sophie speaks. Post-game, when reporters asked Sophie about it, she just smirked and said, you gotta protect yourself out there and have a little fun while you're at it. Translation: I saw the move, I countered it, and I made it my highlight. Asked about it after the game, Sophie just smirked. You gotta protect yourself and have a little fun while you're at it. No trash talk. No coyotes. Just a sly wink that told everyone she knew exactly what she'd done.
Winner but it's got to guess 9:30 Eastern. Coverage begins with WNBA countdown at 9. Can't hit. Long read. Deckers zipping through the lane.
The takeaway. This moment, it's classic Sophie Cunningham. Tough, clever, and just petty enough to be unforgettable. For fans, it's a reminder that sports aren't just about the score. They're about moments. And Jacy might have gone for the eyes.
On the Las Vegas Strip, what can the Las Vegas expect from Sophie?
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be me. I don't go in there trying to predetermine anything. I'm dialed in. I need to focus on hitting my shots, making sure I'm.
But Sophie went straight for the win, and the internet's heart. In the grand scheme of the season, this might be just a single highlight. But for fans, it's everything that makes the sport great. Competitiveness, personality, and just the right amount of playful shade. Sophie Cunningham didn't just score on Jacy Sheldon. She scored a cultural moment. And in today's game, moments like that are as big as any stat line. For Sophie,
executing the schemes right. I'm not focused on the extracurricular activities, and you know what? During that, it was just part of the game. I think the refs had a lot to do with that. It was a build-up for a couple of years now of them just not.
It's another notch in her legend as one of the WNBA's most entertaining personalities. For Jacy, maybe a reminder to keep those hands a little lower next time. One thing's for sure, Sophie just turned defense into comedy gold.
Not protecting, the star player of the WNBA, and so at the end of the day, I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do, and I'm a team player. So
Sprints into the lane, finds Cunningham.